Hey everybody, Fully Fitness here, and today we're going to talk about the top 3 things I wish I knew when I first got my herniated disc. Number 1, just because it doesn't hurt right now does not mean that it's fixed. You see, the effects of a back injury can vary significantly from person to person. One individual might feel fine the next day after experiencing a tweak, whereas another individual might be stuck sideways for the next week with an antalgic lean. But what they have in common is both need to find out why that happened, because these tweaks can become more frequent and more severe if not addressed. In my younger days, I personally chose the latter and opted to not find out why it happened, and it kept getting worse until I had no choice but to address it. Don't be me. Number 2, you need to adapt your exercise routine to your current limitations. Is your goal to leave the gym as sore and tired as possible? If so, you need to change that. You see, the primary focus when rehabbing the lower back is to feel better, to feel more supported when we leave the gym. You can accomplish this by finding out what movements irritate your lower back and then building support systems around those movements. An easy example of a support system would be, say that bending over irritates your lower back. A support system you could build around that motion would be bracing of the core in a neutral spine and hinging from the hips. So for a person who has pain with bending, that would greatly reduce the amount of stress on that injured joint. And once a person perfects the motion of the hip hinge, they can focus on strengthening the hips, strengthening core, the muscles that support the spine in the hinging movement. And last but not least, number 3, an expansion on number 2. I wish I understood how important the little things were. Most of the time, non-traumatic back injuries are a result of several micro injuries that lead up to one macro injury or tweak, which ultimately means that you are most likely not giving your body enough time to adapt to the stresses you were placing on it. So what this means is that we need to identify what movements, what postures, what loads irritate your lower back so we can reduce, modify, or eliminate them for the time being. So what's a movement or posture you do a lot throughout the day that irritates your lower back? Comment down below and I'd love to help you. And as always, stay safe and have a good one.